Hey guys, Tiger_Wolves here, and today I'm back, and me and Spoopy are doing more Escape the Train, because we have too much fun with it.
By the way, this is all recorded basically the same day, so if we seem like we're too stupid, it's because we've been thinking too much.
You broke the fourth wall.
We're having too much fun.
The
Chapter 3, the passengers. I thought it locked me out. That would have been so funny.
Alright, let's look around. Okay, nothing there.
That would have been so funny if I got locked out. Oh,
locked.
Not locked.
Man got some shoes and a hat.
Oh wait, I need to look for collectibles.
Nothing in there.
So I'll be thoroughly disappointed if I keep missing collectibles. I probably missed one.
Ooh. Man has a key in his shoes.
Cabinet 4. Is this 4? It is.
Okay, what's this?
There's a note! Dear Mother, William and I boarded the train today. I will probably only be able to send this letter once the train next stops. So do not be surprised if I take a long time. If it took a long time for it to reach you. Anyways, our journey has been going well so far, except for the delays. There was a perfect limit on it. Based on what I heard, it was caused by an avalanche or something. Fortunately, we are not in too much of a hurry, so it did not bother us too much. I will probably write you once again once we reach our destination. Please give my sister and everyone else back home my regards. Your loving daughter, Eleanor.
Alrighty, I have something here too. 13 to 1934. We finally boarded the train today. The day was otherwise pretty uneventful. I am looking forward to meeting Lord MK. Eventually, but I hear he is pretty busy. It might be a few days before I get to sit down and really talk with him. 14 to 1934. I got to chat with Mr. Hirschfield today. He certainly is a fine fellow. Evidently, he and Lord MK have some sort of party planned for tomorrow. I think they are planning on having it at the bar or something. 15 to 1934. Today I spoke to the shifty-looking man staying in the room next to mine. I think his name was Isaac, something or rather. We did not talk for too long, since he seemed to be pretty absent-minded, and I did not want to bother him. Okay. There's something here too. Dear Mr. Kinsley, we cordially invite you and your wife to a trip on Lord MK's esteemed luxury train. You can board the train when it next stops at Welkinstone on the 11th of February. If you have any questions, please send them our way as soon as possible. Sincerely, H.W. Hirschfield.
You want to read her diary, Eleanor's diary, because I don't really
Yeah, I can read it. If I can. I'm looking around this room thoroughly though. Making sure I haven't missed anything. I cannot go on his bed, unfortunately.
I know, I kept trying to go into her bed.
Where's... Oh, you unlocked this room. Okay.
Yeah. Here's your diary right here. Nope, not that. Over here. Over here.
Did you look through all these drawers and stuff already?
Yeah, I did.
Alright, let me read her diary. 13/2/34. My husband and I finally boarded Lord MK's train today. Evidently, the delay had been caused by an avalanche which had damaged the train tracks. It took them a few days to fix the tracks because of the isolated location of the train at the time. I did not have much time to get to know the other passengers yet, but they seemed amiable, so far at least. 15 to 1934. What a wonderful surprise! One of the other passengers on this train just so happens to be my childhood friend, Albert. How long has it been since I last met him? It must have been over 15 years ago. I was not even married yet, back in those days. Well, anyways, we talked for a bit, and he told me that he has become a sales consultant for some important company, and he is here on a business trip. We did not talk for long, but it was nice to see him anyhow. Oh, she has some nice clothes, this lady. She has some nice clothes. What's this on the floor?
Oh, that's where the key was.
Dear Nellie, I have the backup
Eleanor.
key to
Her name is Eleanor.
Ellie. I have the backup key to your room hidden in one of my shoes in my room. So if you ever need it, you know where to find it. Oh, that's the key I got. That's how you were able to open this door to her room.
Yeah.
That one's locked.
Why is it whenever it loads or saves or whatever, it makes us lag majorly? Or at least me. Here's another thing.
Did you just get into
There's
this
another
room?
note. Yeah.
Oh,
Here's another note.
Alright.
And another diary.
Dear Mr. Everly, we sincerely apologize for the disappearance of your suitcase, and we assure you that we are currently performing an in-depth search to locate it. Unfortunately, as our passengers' privacy is of the utmost importance to us, we cannot perform the search as efficiently as we otherwise might. So I must ask you for some patience concerning this matter. Sincerely, Arthur Burke, train manager.
I put another note on the table.
Okay, let me read the note.
And there's also a diary.
I'll read give me a minute. I can only read so much. Alright. Meeting with Lord MK and Mr. Harlow on 1712. Remember to bring the files. 1712, that might be important. Let me read this diary. 13/2/1934. The lady staying in the room next to mine, Miss Roscoe, seems to be a pretty interesting woman. I talked to her today, and from what I gathered, she seems to be traveling alone. I did not want to be impolite, so I did not barge her with too many questions about the purpose of her journey, but from what I understood, she seems to be traveling to meet a relative of hers, or something similar. 14/2/1934. Harry invited me to a drinking party he and Lord MK are planning on having tomorrow. I wonder how many others are joining us. 16/2/1934. My suitcase is missing, probably stolen by one of the other passengers while I was out drinking last night. Fortunately, the train manager seems like a competent fellow who can sort out this type of matters, so I'm not worried. Mr. Everly has an interesting vest in his closet.
There's some stuff in this room too, to read.
Let's see. Dear, Lister? I can't read that. Thank you for your kind words. I assume you and am in high spirits, despite the few setbacks I have experienced during my journey. I look forward to seeing you again once I return in a few weeks. I will be sure to give your best wishes to Aunt Rose. Please give my best regards to everyone. Yours faithfully, Mary. Okay. Anything else interesting?
I know the code to the staff room.
You do?
Yep.
How do you know the code?
I read.
Ah.
Oh.
I want to look at all of these. To our employees. Sometimes our guests might have some unusual requests, so if you ever faced with a request you are unsure about, please talk to Arthur about it. Furthermore, you are generally expected to consult him concerning any problems you might face while working here. However, if there is something urgent set, Arthur is indisposed at the moment, then you should bring the matter directly to me. H.W. Hirschfield.
So Lord MK once again came up with another nonsense idea and has decided to change the lock at the end of the passage section to combine to a new combination lock. To open it, you must enter the initials of the passenger, starting with the initials of the person staying in room 9 at the top, proceeding downwards in order. I don't know where he keeps getting these ideas, but it's our job to deal with his nonsense regardless. Fortunately, the door will be kept unlocked most of the time, so we most likely won't need to mess with the lock. H.
Okay. I finally got around to installing the new lock with the keypad. Since Arthur didn't tell me what I should set the code to, I just set it to blank. If the code needs to actually be a secret, then all you need to do is just come and ask me and I can change it to something. Concerning delivery of food and drink of passenger cabins. Generally speaking, when a passenger requests something, you are not expected to deliver the food yourself. Instead, the correct thing to do is ask one of the waiters to handle the delivery. The only exception is when no waiters are available or when the only waiter that is available is Steve, in which case you just handle it yourself. Oh, poor Steve. Ouch.
He's the least favorite here.
Okay, I found the lock with involving the initials.
Yeah. Here's one of the rooms. Room 9. And then... Ooh.
Oh, I don't think I read this. Hold on. 15 to 1934. I ran into Miss Shelley today. Turns out she happens to be on this train too. Evidently she got married since we last met or something. Unfortunately, I was a bit busy, so we didn't have too much time to talk. I was chatting with Arthur today, and he told me something quite interesting. It seems that there has been a theft of some kind on the train, and he has been tasked with solving it. Poor guy. I can't imagine that he is going to have an easy time, since most passengers on this train to be quite strict about their privacy.
There's a note under the shoes.
There was? You want me to read the note?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, hold on. I'm coming. Alright. I have a meeting tomorrow with Lord MK and one of his friends. According to Lord MK, this friend of his and I have some shared business interests we should talk about. I'm not expecting much out of this meeting, but it is better than nothing, I suppose. Huh. Did you look through all the drawers and everything?
Yeah. There's a lot of notes in this room.
Where are you? I haven't been in there yet. Hold on.
Yeah, it was because it was locked.
Alright, did you read this note?
Which one?
Oh, H. You did this one over here by the... Hey.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, okay. The first one I saw in here. Where'd you go?
Coming.
Okay. First one is this note. And then the second one's the note I just placed down, and then the third one's the note in here.
Dear Mr. Farley, we are certainly interested in your business proposal. An associate of ours will contact you upon your arrival at the next station. Cordially, Alexander Rathmoon, ESQ. I met the fellow staying at the room next to mine. From what I gathered, he was a mathematician or something. I think he told me his name, but I do not quite remember it since I was not really paying attention. He seemed pretty oblivious, so it might be fun to scam him somehow, though I suppose I'm a bit occupied with my other pursuits right now.
Wait. What did they say his last name was?
They didn't.
They did. They said, hello, Mr. something something.
Which note? Dear Mr. Farley?
So, his last initial's F. I believe?
Oh, there's a note here. Dear Mr. Everly, we are most pleased that you have accepted our invitation. Should you have any questions pertaining to your meeting with Lord MK, feel free to send us a letter before you're bored. Sincerely, H.W. Hirschfield.
Wait. What was his last name again? Because I suddenly forgot.
Farley?
So, I.B.?
F-A-R, Farley.
Oh.
F-A-R-L-E. L-Y,
Is what,
sorry.
room, 6.
Wasn't it also room 9 about something?
Yeah. 9876. F. Alright.
A collectible is under one of the hats, by the way.
Chat. Got it.
What did you do?
We had room 7's name completely wrong. Which hat?
I think it's like a bowler hat on a shelf or something. This one? No, not that one. It's underneath a hat somewhere. Yep, there it is. Got it.
I think we missed 11, but oh well.
Moving onward.
This
That
one.
didn't take as long as the other ones.
Yep, all of them.
Woo!
I think it's because this one didn't involve as much of write a whole bunch of different puzzles.
It's just like it's just a bunch of names. By the way, what was the name? What was the initials?
So we kept putting his name as the person who gave him the letter. It was E. He was like, "Dear Mr. Everling, we sincerely apologize for the disappearance of your suitcase." So I put in E as the last name and just randomly guessed, but I'm pretty sure, was it this? No, it was here, I think.
Well, it's B-E, so I don't know whose name starts with B.
Yeah, I didn't see any B.
Anyway,
I just kind of guessed at that point.
Wait, wasn't it on one of these boards? I swear their names was on here somewhere.